it changed the landscape of football, and I'm so happy that we won it, because I think the country was ready to do something with it.
Well, Leah, nice to see you. Thank you for your time. Let's start with football. I want to know the first time you played football, your first memories, and also because of something you've just said to me off camera, how good were you?
First time I ever played football, my memory was at gymnastics. I must have been like 5, 6. We were just waiting for our parents at the end to pick us up, and the coach was a football fan, so he just got out like a softball. My first proper memories was playing for my local team, but my mum said it was painful.
Because you weren't very good.
Yeah, she's like, you know, you go and support your kids, but at the same time, she was, it wasn't thrilling to watch. You know, it's not like I was holding out that you were going to be like a footballer.
Probably, I guess, when you were little, though, it probably wasn't really something that she would have envisaged for her daughter.
I couldn't. No, definitely not. Especially because she played football, and she couldn't have played football. She had to pretend to be a boy, so she's thinking, all right, we'll just see how far this goes. But yeah, I used to toe punt it. Like, I couldn't kick the ball properly until I was like 10, I don't think.
That gives every parent of young children hope.
It's no stress. There's no stress.
You mentioned they're your first team.
Yeah.
What was the name of your first team? What can you remember of it?
Scots Youth FC. Yeah, I was the only girl, but I was very well protected within my team. Still, other teams, it wasn't great.
They target you, do you think, because you were the girl?
Yeah, and you'd get parents, but it was more parents, you know, like, don't let her do that to you, she's a girl.
I wonder what they're saying now. Those parents are probably like, oh, I remember her.
But probably, if I saw them, they'd probably be like, oh, we used to play together. I'm like, no, you used to give me a hard time.
Was there a point where you thought, OK, I could make this? This is actually something that could be a career? And I imagine, I go back to being a girl as well, it probably isn't something that's thought about quite as much.
But I had a conversation with Mum at about 15, and I said, I'm probably going to stop now. She was like, all right, you tell him then. And I was too scared to...
Did you actually genuinely think?
Yeah, we just had a conversation out there in the car park, and I just was like, I'm tired, you're tired, we're travelling a lot, it costs a lot of money, and I'm not sure. It's a bit of a gamble. It's not professional. My dad always said it would be a wage, like I'd always be able to earn a wage one day. I don't know where he had that idea from, but he was very much like, keep going, follow your dreams kind of thing. Whereas I was a bit more pragmatic, I'd say. I'm a bit of a worrier. And also I wasn't like the loudest footballer, I wouldn't say. So if you know, a couple of my teammates would get chats from like the first team, and that wasn't really coming my way. So I was just being a bit realistic, like maybe it's not for me. But I stuck it out.
It's a good job you did, really, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm happy I did. I'm happy I did. But yeah, I'd say once I got into the first team, I was still a bit like, all right, let's see what happens. And then I decided I didn't want to go to university, and I think that's then why I like fully committed. And then on my 18th birthday, I signed a professional contract. The other option, obviously, for a lot of us was going to America and going to get a scholarship. And
did you consider that?
Yeah, like bend it like Beckham. I'm watching that as a kid, and I'm like, yeah, I want to do that. So that was in consideration, and then the game here just picked up, and I thought, I don't want to leave this. This is too exciting to not be a part of for me.
Has there been a turning point, like a moment where, other than that conversation that you said with your mum, if it hadn't happened, maybe all of the success wouldn't have followed?
The 2015 World Cup, like the prep camps, you'd normally bring in a bigger squad, and you'd have these like reserve players playing with you. You know, I've been playing for Arsenal, and I'd done like a season, so turned a few heads, let's say.
People knew who you were.
Yeah, and I got a call from the manager, it's Mark Sampson at the time, but I just got injured. But he called me to say, I was going to bring you into the prep camp, but, you know, don't worry about your injury. Hopefully, you know, there'll be, next time. And it didn't happen for me then. I came back and it happened again. I'm not sure if I've just missed my opportunity. I think like that moment in my head, then I realised how much I cared about it and I wanted to. Instead of just letting things happen to me, I was like, no, I'm gonna try, and then the England call up came, and I think that was when I was like, this is like a career thing now.
I was trying to second guess your answer for this, but I think it's impossible. If you could relive one match from your career, what would it be? Because we speak to a lot of people for this, and they've got some good matches, but your list of good matches is up there.
It's up there now. I wouldn't relive the Champions League final. I wouldn't. I was in a lot of pain from start to finish, emotionally, physically. It was very warm. You know, like I was on the verge of sunstroke. Like I was not in a good place.
Just relive the celebrations.
Yeah, like the rest of it and the big picture, great. The game I would go back to is 22. From the minute like we walked out of the tunnel, it's like playing a game where you just know you're going to win. And you know, obviously I understand that there was a chance we weren't going to win, but everything about it just was like, no, we're going to win today. So it was really enjoyable from the minute it started. It's only when they scored that I thought,
this isn't the plan.
That is not what I thought was going to happen. But like extra time, that just everything about it was Wembley, 90,000 people, is insane.
And probably the impact after. Did you realise, do you think, quite what you'd done?
I think it's very rare that when you're living something, that you realise what's happening. And I think everybody did such a good job to shut the world out from us during that tournament, whilst also drip feeding enough for us to.
Were they?
To know. I don't know if it was just being in England.
Do you shut yourself off from it?
Yeah, just how I have my social media now. Like I don't see things that I don't want to see. I've set it all up to protect me in that way. And I think when we then went to Wembley, the helicopter followed us from the hotel, you know, like in the coach. Then you arrive at Wembley and there's just people everywhere. And then you come out to warm up and you think we're basically playing a home fixture. It felt like 90,000 England fans. It was just the most incredible. I don't assume anything will ever touch it just because it was the home tournament, the first ever, you know?
It gives me goosebumps when you talk about it. I was there and I can remember the feeling, and I think everyone in the stadium that day felt that.
I think that's the beauty of it, is that everybody knew what they were a part of. You can go deeper into like the history of women's football, but you can also just go to the first trophy in 56 years, or whatever it was, that England had won.
It was a moment in history. It was a moment in time. It was
exactly,
and I think we've seen since, it was life-changing for you guys, for so many people.
It changed the landscape of football, and I'm so happy that we won it, because I think the country was ready to do something with it, and I think we've seen that.
How's it changed your life?
It changed everything in terms of we just went from no one knowing us to everybody knowing us overnight, kind of thing. It's a common understanding amongst all of us girls, and we talk about it, like we had to accept that we probably would never feel that way again. You know, like it was that big of a moment, and I think that does change your life. Does it give you like a fuel to then go and do something else, or is it like I'm content with that?
You mentioned there the fuel. It gave you the fuel to do it again, didn't it?
It did. It did.
How does that compare?
It's just completely different. 2025 Euros. I've never seen a group of people come together and just like not give in. Obviously for me, I was really injured by the time I got to the end of the final.
That's why I wasn't surprised you didn't want to relive that game.
Yeah, like, it was more like a mental challenge of you're okay, you're okay, you're okay, which is very different to I literally feel untouchable in 22.
Let's try and talk about you away from the pitch a little bit then.
Okay.
What were you like firstly growing up? What was a young Leah Williamson like?
Insufferable, I've been told by my cousins.
Your cousins?
Yeah, that we always joke because you lose confidence as you turn into an adult, I think. Like, you know, obviously you're fearless as a kid, but I was a bit of a performer. Let's put it that way. You know, like I owned the spaces I went into. So I think, yeah, I was very much the same as I am now in terms of being like, if I was told to do something, I did it that way, and I'd kind of like quite a measured child, I would say, which is, again, quite insufferable.
You already mentioned family a few times.
Yeah.
Because of your success, they're everywhere with you, aren't they? Talk to me about your family dynamic and what it was like growing up, and also it feels like they've really been on the journey with you. Yeah,
and they love it. Whatever your event is or whatever your thing is, everybody is there, and everybody takes joy in it, everyone takes pride in it. So obviously mine has ended up being this really high-profile thing, but it would be the same if, you know, my mum splits her time, my dad splits his time between me and my brother. My brother plays for our hometown. I know I'm doing them proud, and I love that. But they've bought into women's football, and they're on that journey as well. My dad thinks I'm the best thing since sliced bread, and I love him for that. But my mum has always been very real and very harsh as well. So I've always had both of those feedbacks. I don't know, I think I was given a good foundation to then come into this world, which is tough to be in.
What's your ideal day off? How does Leah Williamson escape from football and everything that comes with it?
I think I'm quite good at it.
Are you?
Yeah, I think I am. I think it's a skill. I think you have to learn to.
Yeah.
You don't get that much time off, so you have to be able to switch off as quickly as possible to like live in a different world to then come back fresh. But for me, ideal. I don't know. No alarm. Go to a concert, go to a theatre, something in the arts, or even just a cinema. Go for a nice meal. But I love music. I love going out, and I think that's the reason I love music is because I can't be thinking about football there.
Are you still playing the piano?
I actually just, for the first time since I learned to play the piano, I've just got a keyboard at home.
Oh, okay.
So it's about to start up again.
Getting serious.
Yeah, it's about to start up again.
So you're really into your fashion, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I like it. It's a form of expression. Like,
because even now, like
I'm in a uniform.
Yeah.
My job is uniform. And I don't mind that. You know, like I turn up to work and but when the day off for me, I want to do something where I can then put something on that makes me feel good.
Tell me something about yourself that would surprise me.
I mean, I don't think it's a secret. I'm a loyal person. Like, if you look at my career, I would do anything. I would drop anything for my people, family, friends, partner. It doesn't matter. So it's like I think sometimes people think I'm a bit like stush, if that makes sense.
Do you think?
I think maybe sometimes. Like I just don't. I think I wear my heart on my sleeve. You have my opinions, you have my feelings. I get taken the mick out of it. The football at Beth's always like, Leah, smile. Like, look like you're enjoying yourself. And I think, all right, sorry, I remember, but I just get very protective of my space. And then once the outside world's shut off, then I think I do change quite a lot compared to what goes out, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I do understand.
Yeah.
You've got a lot of pressure and a lot of eyes on you, though, as well. And I guess your role has kind of changed. You've become, to many people, not just a footballer. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. It's a feasible thing to be yourself and move in different worlds at different times and still be really good at your job, you know?
You've achieved so much. What else do you want to achieve? If you could only achieve one more thing, what would it be?
The last thing on the list is obviously a World Cup. In the career that I've had, it's the last trophy.
It's no secret that all the other Lionesses that we've spoken to said exactly the same
World
thing.
Cup.
Yeah, the World Cup. Lucy, I don't think I'd finished my sentence.
She said World Cup.
And Lucy said it. Which probably wouldn't surprise you knowing Lucy either.
No. And I don't think there's any need to be, you know, I speak to my teammates and I'm like, Marion, I'm like, you have one. You know, like, you want to do a swap or you want to, how does this work?
Maybe they'll let you have the next one.
Yeah, everybody wants it. And the stage of women's football now, like, it's just so unpredictable. There's so many good teams. It becomes so much harder, which I think only makes you want it more.
Leah, thank you so much for your time. Could have spoken for ages. But thank you.
Thanks for having me.